Hello, welcome back to my backyard. My name is Faith, and welcome to my FLOSSTUBE channel. So I figure we'll do a work in progress parade. So it's a WIP parade weekend. So I'm going to show you some projects. I have 2 completed, 4 in progress, and then I have a couple of other things to talk about real quick. And then I promise I'll let you go, okay? But first things first, the finishes. So we have 2 bookmarks. I use my bonus action to read, super cute. And then we also have this one. It says, I can never remember what it says off the top of my head. It says, suspect said they were going to bed early, but stayed up until midnight reading again. So those are my 2 finishes that I have right now. And then I've got some work in progress. So I have to tell you, I started this guy probably a good 2 months ago, maybe. But here's the problem. Okay, so I did this and I was like, oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. I love it. But it's half stitches, it's not full cross. And I'm not loving it as much as I did when I first did it, so I'm kind of too angry to pick it up. I've got to finish the blade on the kniff he's got in his beak, and it's gonna say no spoons, only knives, or something to that effect. I don't know. I had that one. I've done one that said no spoons, only knives, for a friend of mine. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how if I switch it up and put something else here. I don't know. Tell me down below. Tell me what you. Oh, also, I forgot. Ooh, see, this is what happens when this is only your third YouTube video. I forgot to say like and subscribe, okay? If you want, like and subscribe. I am a stay-at-home homeschool mom, and this is my attempt to do something for me. So that's my why, in case you were curious. All right, so anyways, I've got this guy. Got to finish him. Then, where are we at? Oh, then I've got this one. It says, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. And I have to add some stars in here to this guy, but I just really, uh, every time I see this little alien dude, I'm like, ooh, I know what that reminds me of. It reminds me of that from my childhood. I don't even know if I can say their name because she been sue heavy lately. So, I'm all, anyways. But if she sees this video, then I have made it and it's okay. So we'll go with that. Anyways, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. I've got to add some stars and stuff in here, but it is almost done, which is nice because I started these 2 the same day. Um, this one finally has words. So, progress is progress. That's why this is a WIP parade. It's works in progress, right? We got this. It's okay. They belong here too. Even the ones that we fall out of love with, even those projects deserve to be in a WIP parade because you are working on them. You are just in the process of trying to forget they exist. And then I've got this one that I'm doing the outline on. So this has got a book. It's gonna have a teacup on top of it, and then we'll figure out the saying as we go. So I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I kind of am making these patterns up as I go. I'm finding patterns that I like pieces of and taking pieces from those patterns and putting them onto other things. Um, there's some question in my mind of the moral standpoint of that. Um, in my defense, on that side of the equation, is I'm getting them from free sites where people are posting their work as free. Now, are they all actually free? TBD. I don't know. But at this moment, I I am not a great artist, but I like creating bookmarks from or I like creating pictures from things that people have created. So I don't know, maybe that's a discussion that we can have, is the morality of using pieces of patterns that either you have bought or gotten for free and mixing them together. Now, here's my other defense of myself. I am not selling patterns for anything. I am simply selling my finished work. So in my mind, they are paying for my time. They're not paying for the pattern. So I don't know. Let me give me your thoughts. Let me know where your stance is on that, because I do get some patterns from Bracelet Book. Because here's the deal. I was looking on Bracelet Book the other day. I was going to do this first, but I'll come back to those. Remind me to come back to the bookmarks, okay? We're going to come back to the bookmarks because I know some of y'all got questions about those bookmarks because they're really cool. but, if you're a nerd like me, I was on Bracelet Book the other day, randomly just scrolling through the recently posted stuff. I found. Do you know who that is? It's Torbeck. Oh my god. So it's the whole Legends of Avantris crew. So we've got and I'll link these down below. I'll link the link to the Bracelet Book creator of these, because I messaged them immediately and I was like, "Oh, I am in love." I was like, "I am so in love," because we've got Torbeck. We have it's Chuckles. I forgot his name for a second. I promise I love you, Chuckles. Okay, so it's got Chuckles. And then we've got Frost. And then we have Twig. She's so cute. Oh my god. And then we've got Garicko. And then we've got Hootsy. And then we have Gideon. And then we have Kremmy. So I'm super excited. I'm going to put these on something. I don't know how I'm going to arrange them, what I'm going to design with it, but I am so excited to put these on something. And I'm really hoping that other people get the reference, because so many people don't know what I'm talking about when I say things like Jukels, and they're like, what? Never mind. It's fine. So I am going to be adding these to a something. I don't know what yet. I need to find fabric to put it on. I need to find words to put on it. I'll figure something out. But I'm super excited about these. Now, I have some questions because I got these bookmarks off of Amazon and I love them. Okay, so it's got the Ada. They are all perfectly aligned. Perfectly aligned. Every single one of them is the same. Like, they are perfect. I know that I cannot make them this well, but my best friend has a sewing machine and we are in the process of trying to create these for ourselves in a different manner. I am not talented enough to do the scalloped edges. I know this for a fact, but I do pay attention to detail enough that I am 99% positive that I could get a straight satin edge on an Ada bookmark. Right? So I am going to be trying to make these, and then I have ideas of in the future doing like a build your own bookmark kit type of thing where it would have the ooh, there's a lizard in my yard. Sorry, I got distracted by a lizard. Normally it's squirrels. This time it's a lizard. It's fine. Any outdoorsy stuff I will get distracted by. Anyways, I'm wanting to make kits mostly for the craft shows that I go to, not even necessarily to sell online, though maybe I will branch into that eventually. But I think what I want to do is have different freebie patterns that I put out every month that you can download from my website that have just like a strip of a 10 by 30 design, right? And then you can put a design here, a design here, a design here, a design here. Like, and we could do something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, I know I counted them earlier and I know I counted 10. I still don't trust myself to be able to count to 10. So I recounted. But um maybe we could do like a stitch along, or I don't know. I want to know how much I can fit, but this is 18 count. I believe it's 18 count. Um, so I would have to rework the numbers for different count fabric. But that's my goal, is to be able to make bookmarks like this with either a straight edge or very simple edges, right? I'm not a sewist or anything like that at this point in time. Maybe I will become one because I can learn just about anything to a point. So, but that's my question, is if we were to do maybe a stitch along or something to where you could design your own bookmark, where you got, okay, so I use graph paper for all of my designs, right? So what if I had a graph paper that was the outline of that bookmark, and then every month I put out a pattern sheet that had different, like, here's a pattern, a 10 by 30 pattern, here's a 10 by 30 pattern, here's a 10 by 30 pattern, and then here's a 30 by 30 pattern, so that you have one big one that you can put in the middle if you want to, something like that, for when I start designing my own like actual patterns. Um, that's my thought process. I would love to hear feedback on that because I truly don't know what the interest would be in that. That might be something that I do like a Patreon for, where you can get in and get an extra sheet every month, or an extra pattern sheet every month, or something. I'm not sure. I'm kicking around ideas right now, just trying to gauge people's interest in it. Um, I am fairly new to the online cross stitching community. I have been cross stitching for way longer than I would like to admit I've been cross stitching for, because my mom taught me when I was a kid, like 7. So it's coming up on 30 years now that I've been cross stitching. Um, but I love it so much. It's so much fun to do the pixel art. And potentially, because I just like the pixel art, maybe I'll get into do some diamond painting things too. I don't know. The possibilities are endless. Um, I really just enjoy creating things. And I really like the bookmarks because I love the idea of being a positive influence in someone's life to read more. And I understand that most people who are going to buy a bookmark already read. But in all honesty, if I had a pretty bookmark, I might have read more as a kid. And I do have a lot of kids that come to my table because I also sell sparkly pens. And they always love writing with sparkly pens. So I love I love seeing their faces and like, what's this? I'm like, it's a bookmark. Do you read? What's the last book you read? It's just so much fun. So anyways, I think that's it for today. I was just going to show you my WIPs, my works in progress, and then those couple that I finished. And then I need your thoughts on the bookmarks. Would you be interested in a satin stitch or satin stitch edged? I think a satin stitch is just an edge stitch. I don't even think I have to use that word in there. Anyways, if you would like those bookmarks, if you are interested at all in those, let me know down in the comments, just so I know kind of how to gauge what I'm looking at for those. If that's something that I need to learn quickly, or if that's something that I can take my time learning. With summer coming up, I already homeschool my kids, but my best friend is a teacher. So we're going to get together this summer and have our kids play, and I'm going to play with her sewing machine while the children do Makers Mondays or something like that. So let me know if you've got interest in those bookmarks. Also, if you'd be interested in patterns like that, where you kind of move things around and kind of place things where you want them, instead of just having like a set paper pattern where you're like, yep, this is where it goes. Something that you can kind of move around, or anything like that. I would love feedback on that. So I hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful weekend. It is hot, hot, hot. We are getting towards summer and it definitely shows. So if I am glowy, it's because it's hot and I decided to wear a sweater in Florida. So great job, me. So, anyways, I hope you're having a great one. If you have any ideas, questions, thoughts for what you want me to talk about next, thoughts for what you would like to see on a bookmark, I would love ideas for that because I am always looking for ideas. I've done one that had a lava lamp, and it said burning the midnight oil. I loved that one. I did one with, it was like the owl, with the stack of books, but the stack of books went higher and there was a dragon sitting on top of it. So there's so many possibilities. It's so much fun. And then I get to encourage people to read actual paper books. So also it gets me in good with the librarians. So then maybe they can get me the copies of the books that I want. Anyways, I hope you have a marvelous week and I will see you in just a couple days.